Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our newest edition of United We Learn. I want to thank all of you for joining us today. I'm Jared Brown. I'm the Director of Resource Development at United Way, and I'm very excited to introduce you to ReUnited during today's United We Learn session. Now, during our program, please feel free to ask any questions using the chat option. We'll wrap up in less than 15 minutes, and our staff will stay online to address any of those questions posted to chat. If you're watching the recorded version and have a question, please email us at feedback@uwcil.org, and we'll respond right away. Now, as an organization, United Way has a long history of working in partnership with local businesses to encourage employees to give, volunteer, and advocate for services in our community. But we're often asked by people who have retired from these companies, how can I continue to help? Now, at the same time, our society is experiencing an unprecedented transition of American workers into retirement. And this is something that has a very real impact on both the businesses where they've worked and spent their career, and also the nonprofits where they've given to and volunteered at throughout their career. And so the questions that we've asked ourselves are, how do we harness the vast knowledge, experience, and caring nature of this group to make our community a better place for future generations? And how can we, as United Way, provide meaningful experiences and social opportunities to this group to help them stay connected to each other and remain a valuable part or partner in our community? And so at this time, I'm joined by Frank Lynch to share how we're working together to answer some of those questions. Frank and his wife, Peg, are the chairs of our 2020 United Way campaign.
Thank you, Jared. A little more than a year ago, United Way brought together a small group of volunteers and donors who all had one thing in common. Each of them were baby boomers, and they were either retired, entering retirement, or looking forward to retirement in the coming years. While I wasn't part of that advisory committee, my wife, Peg, a retired educator at the Springfield Public Schools, was. The first question we asked of this group was whether there was a need for such a group in our community, and if so, why? What had their experience been? All of our retired volunteers agreed on a couple of different basic things. They all wanted the ability during their retirement years to continue to help the community become better. They all had a wealth of knowledge and experience to share and wanted a well-organized but flexible opportunity to be able to share their experience with local organizations. All of the retirees felt a touch disconnected from their past coworkers and friends. You know, they left the job and it leaves a void, I'm sure. I haven't retired, but I know that that's true with Peg. They felt a bit disconnected from their past coworkers and friends who worked at local businesses shortly after they retired. And all of them agreed that there should be a group in Springfield that created flexible opportunities to help seniors feel more connected to each other and to help organizations that they've long supported continue to do the work that they've done in the community. As a result of this meeting, United Way formed a new affinity group in our community called ReUnited. ReUnited was formed with a simple mission. It was intended to help retirees and those approaching retirement to first stay connected to each other in the community. Second, to harness time, knowledge, and experience of that group for the betterment and improvement of the community. Third, to connect retirees with resources and educational opportunities to help them maintain their financial stability and independence. Fourth, to provide flexible opportunities for people to participate without things such as membership requirements or scheduling difficulties. In other words, joining the group doesn't require a certain kind of participation or a certain number of meetings or a minimum donation. Most importantly, while United Way staff are helping to form the group and support the group, our ultimate goal is for ReUnited to be a community group organized for retirees and pre-retirees that's led by its own members. Again, giving is not required. It's here both to give you an opportunity to give and also to give you an opportunity to receive some of the benefits of being with your peers and being part of such an organization. Now, United Way's initial goal with ReUnited was to publicly introduce ReUnited as its community and at its community and awards breakfast this past March. The organization had put together a full year's calendar comprised of individual and group volunteer opportunities, social opportunities, and educational opportunities for the community. Like so many things we've missed, unfortunately, we weren't able to do that. We never had an opportunity to roll out ReUnited as we originally intended. And while we're still in the midst of the pandemic, we felt it was important, more important than ever, to find new ways to help our community of retirees stay connected. So at this time, I'd like to invite the co-chair of this year's campaign and my lovely wife, Peg, to share our plans and our information on upcoming ReUnited events and to tell you a little about how you can get involved.
Hi. As Frank mentioned, the pandemic has changed all of our lives over the past 6 months, and much of our senior population has had limited opportunities for social engagement. So we asked, how could we begin to make ReUnited a reality in a way which could help our community's senior population feel more connected in the months ahead? How could we leverage our retirees to help our entire senior population? As a result, in the months of November and December, we are rolling out 2 opportunities to participate in ReUnited. In November, United Way will be hosting a virtual team trivia tournament across our community. The event details will be out soon. However, since many of us are no longer associated with an employer, United Way is reserving 2 sponsored teams for retirees. Participants on these 2 teams have the option of making a donation, but the cost of their participation will be covered. This is a great opportunity to participate in a relaxed event from the comfort of your home. Then in December, ReUnited will host a holiday Letters for Seniors virtual volunteer event. Right now across our community, residents of many retirement centers and nursing homes have endured limited contact for months in order to protect themselves. Over the course of 2 weeks, we'll have the chance to write personal letters to residents and clients of some of these facilities. More details of this event will be coming out in the coming weeks. As we head into the next year, United Way will have special opportunities for our retirees to participate at the United Way's Community Impact Report event this spring, and will have special volunteer opportunities for ReUnited members at its spring and fall days of action. During May or June of next year, if it's safe to do so, United Way is planning a free outdoor social event for ReUnited members. And while we don't know what the coming months will bring, we are hoping that this will happen. And finally, next November, United Way is planning to partner with local schools to host a Read for the Record volunteer event for our members. This was one of the events that was actually planned for this year, and everybody was really excited about it. But unfortunately, we're going to have to wait until November of 2021. Over the course of the next year, United Way will also be hosting several educational opportunities for retirees and those preparing for retirement. These will include topics chosen by ReUnited members about issues that our generation faces. While some of these sessions may initially be only online, our hope is that by the end of the year, we will be able to have these events in person so that we can provide an opportunity for us to be able to socialize. 2021 is going to be an exciting year, and details of all these events will be in a special newsletter that United Way is preparing for our group. With that, thank you all for joining us. And Jared, do you have any last minute comments?
Sure. So first of all, let me go ahead and thank both you and Frank for participating today and hosting this. We really do appreciate everything you guys do. I certainly agree 2021 is going to be a great year, and we're all going to work hard to put together some great events for ReUnited. As Peg mentioned, starting next month, we'll begin sending out a special newsletter for our retirees that focuses on ReUnited itself. Their members, it'll share stories of their members and resources for our retirees and pre-retirees. Now, initially, this is going to go out to our long-term supporters who we have information for, who we know to be retired and approaching retirement age. However, we haven't always received demographic information or collected demographic information from our donors. So there's a good chance we've missed people. So I encourage all of you to visit springfieldunitedway.org/reunited to learn more about ReUnited and to sign up for the ReUnited newsletter and other announcements related to the group. I want to thank all of you again for joining us today. This concludes today's program, and we will keep the session open for a few minutes to address any questions that have been posted in the chat. The recording of today's presentation can be found on our website, springfieldunitedway.org/UnitedWeLearn. Thank you again, and have a wonderful weekend, everyone.